morning and welcome to Friday Morning Live. I'm Elena Barilla.
I'm Spencer Buckler.
I'm Ward Jollis.
And I'm Sydney Edwards. Thank you for joining us for Friday morning.
Our lead story this morning, Thursday, Attorney General William Barr continued his congressional testimony. What, if anything, did it add to the Mueller investigation?
And the first ever photos of a black hole. Stay tuned to see the picture that scientists released earlier this week.
It's been a beautiful couple days in Colombia, but more rain is to come. Stay tuned for your weekend forecast.
And Kim Kardashian West may be making her start in the world of law. We'll have that and more entertainment news later in the show.
And later we have an exclusive interview with one student who is leading USC in the fight against human trafficking in Colombia. You don't want to miss it.
All that and more coming your way on Friday Morning Live.
Live from the Kennedy Greenhouse Studio. Feel good. Feel informed. Feel Friday. This is Friday Morning Live.
Attorney General William Barr said Wednesday that he thinks that spying occurred against President Trump's 2016 presidential campaign. In his second congressional hearing of the week, Barr did not say that spying may have taken place, but seemed to allude to a surveillance warrant the FBI had for a former Trump associate. But later he said he wasn't sure that there had been improper surveillance. The hearing was dominated by questions about the Mueller investigation. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi said she didn't trust Barr, but his remarks still gave a boost to Trump and his supporters who believe his campaign was unfairly targeted by the FBI.
For the first time in history, we are seeing the first pictures of a black hole. Black holes are known as the universe's most powerful vacuum, and the one photographed has a mass 6.5 billion times the mass of the sun. The hole is 25 billion miles wide and is about the size of our entire solar system. It will inhale everything in its path, but don't worry, it's about 55 million light years away.
The annual Walk a Mile in Their Shoes event was canceled this week after the Sexual Trauma Services of the Midlands says they received threatening calls. The organization in charge of putting on the event says they received several calls on their 24-hour hotline. The 10th annual walk was planned to happen Thursday at 5 p.m. The walk is planned for every April as part of Sexual Assault Awareness Month. It encourages both men and women to walk in high-heeled shoes and stand together to fight sexual abuse.
And the university announced this week that it will be honoring Samantha Josephson this year at the spring commencement ceremony. Not only will they speak to her character and legacy, but they will be giving her her posthumous degree. And the rideshare bill that has been making its way through legislation in our state is one step closer to Senate. The bill requires all rideshare drivers to display an illuminated sign in their dashboard. Coming up next, your Feel Good Friday story of the week. The second year of a university-wide philanthropy event raised a surprising amount of money. That's coming up after the break.
Student Gamecock Television is USC's student-ran TV station. Our office is located in the student media wing of Russell House in room 344. SGTV is composed of 5 channels. First, get all your student news with SGTV News 4. From segments like Man on the Street to the live broadcasted Monday Night Mashup, you're sure to bring out the journalist in you. Next, cover all things USC athletics with Capital City Sports. From live club broadcasting to post-game highlights, CCS provides student journalists with interest in sports a chance to enter the field of sports journalism. Express your artistic side with SGTV's short film production crew 1080C, where you can work on short films from pre-production all the way to post-production. Talk of the Town produces the entertainment content for SGTV. They cover the latest celebrity news, interview drunk students late night in 5 Points, and rant about fun topics. Lastly, have a laugh with SGTV's live sketch show, Carolina Tonight, where sketches as well as digital shorts are all written and performed by the hilarious student cast. Regardless of what your personal taste is, there's something for you in SGTV. Learn and network with other students that have an interest in media here at SGTV.
This past Wednesday, USC held its second annual Give for Garnet fundraiser.
The day consists of activities on Green Street where students could win prizes for sharing the hashtag #GiveForGarnet on social media.
Donors raised over $4 million in just 24 hours to benefit many different areas of the university.
A large portion of the funds were donated to naming the USC Alumni Center in honor of University President Pastides and his wife, Miss Moore Pastides. Over $2.5 million was raised for this initiative.
Another donation campaign fundraised for the construction of the new Asia Wilson statue at the Colonial Life Arena. President Pastides released a video yesterday morning thanking everyone who contributed to the annual event. After the break, we have Ward Jollis with a look at this week's forecast. Stay close.
Welcome back to Friday Morning Live. We're here with our chief meteorologist, Ward Jollis. Ward, I just got back from New York. I've been down here for 2 days and I can't take the weather. I'm sweating. I'm sweating.
It's so humid in the studio right now.
I know. Unfortunately, the humidity will only get worse over the next couple days, you guys, as that rain is coming back in for your weekend. It's going to last Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, unfortunately, but those temperatures are going to stay in the 70s and 80s, where we like them. Also, a couple chances of some, strong to severe storms over the next few days. Mostly on Sunday, though, is where we're going to see the biggest chance of those severe storms, but we'll have a nice warm week after that. This is how things, we're just going to look at the high temperature trend real quick. The average temperature for this time of year is 75. Look at the next 6 days, all at or above that average where we like to see them, this time of year. We're a lot warmer than what we normally see. And the pollen, which has probably been causing, I know it's been causing some allergy problems for me, it's probably been causing some allergy problems for you guys too. Fortunately, all that rain is going to wipe away a lot of that pollen, and we're looking at low to moderate levels for tree, grass, and your ragweed pollen over the next few days. These are how things are looking across the state. For your Friday, 83 degrees is the high in Columbia today. It is going to be a hot one today. Lots of low 80s across the Midlands. Along the coast, a little bit cooler. We're at 74 down in Hilton Head, 77 in Charleston, 73 up in Myrtle Beach. And then in the upstate, just a little bit cooler, 78 in Greenville and Rock Hill. So it's going to be really warm today. If you're trying to plan out how your day is going to look, unfortunately, like I said, it's going to be a wet one. We're going to have some spotty showers. We're seeing a few of them out there this morning, causing some of that humidity. And it's kind of warm too. You notice 66 is around where we're sitting this morning. But a big warm up by the afternoon. 83 degrees is the high today. Unfortunately, a lot of those strong to severe storms, downpours are going to be coming in later this afternoon when that big heat up happens. Heavier rain potential tonight with even more storms on the way, about looking at 67 degrees. This is how your week's going to be looking. Look at that weekend, unfortunately. Really low 80s are the high temperatures. That's where we like to see them. But that rain is not going anywhere anytime soon. And you see that storm chance on Sunday. Make sure you know where to find your safe space and know your safety plan on Sunday, because we're looking at another potentially severe band of storms coming in for your Sunday. But then all that rain goes away by the beginning of your week. Next week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're looking at some sunshine and highs in the mid to upper 70s. That is just crazy.
So we're having warm temperatures here, but in the Midwest,
I know.
the storms.
So glad we live here and not in the Midwest right now. A blizzard in April.
That is rough.
Could you imagine 40 to 50 mile per hour winds in April? I could not.
A good old Easter blizzard.
Yeah, I mean,
Nice.
and it was snowing last week here too in the upstate, but nothing like a blizzard, that's for sure.
Weather's all over the place. That's why we have you, right?
Yep.
Yep, man. Coming up after the break, we have Sydney Edwards here with your entertainment news.
According to Entertainment Tonight, actress Lori Loughlin and her husband were charged early this week with conspiring to commit fraud. The actress played Aunt Becky on the American sitcom Full House. Last month, Loughlin and her husband were charged for paying bribes to get their kids into college. The charges of conspiracy to commit mail and wire fraud carries a maximum sentence of 20 years, where Loughlin didn't think the punishment would nearly be that bad. Loughlin and her husband are 2 of the 14 parents who are being charged with funneling bribes to college admissions officials and coaches through a fake charity. Kim Kardashian West announced that she is studying to become a lawyer. The reality TV star is preparing for the bar exam and plans to take it in 3 years. Her legal pursuit comes after her key role in the release of Elise Marie Johnson, the 63-year-old woman who served 21 years of a life sentence for a nonviolent drug charge. Kardashian West said she began a 4-year apprenticeship with a law firm in San Francisco last summer and has been working along lawyers and activists on a national bipartisan advocacy group for criminal justice reform. California is one of the 4 states that has an alternative method to attending law school for preparing for the bar. When we come back, we have an exclusive interview with Megan Rigobar, a senior who is passionate about the fight against human trafficking and wants to see this university and its students do more in the fight. Stay tuned.
Hello and welcome to Monday Night Mashup.
Welcome to a special first edition of Carolina Calendar. This is News Wrap.
All that and more coming your way on Friday Morning Live.
I love News 4 because it's helped me realize what I want to do after college and my career and really gotten me close with everyone around me. Workers were inspecting the hole Tuesday and discovered the 2 by 3 foot wide tunnel. What just happened?
We're in single digits up in Minneapolis and Chicago. 4-degree high for today.
I love News 4 because I get to do what I love, predict the weather. I get to make my own weather models and I get to hang out with a lot of great people here. It's a really great time.
It's gonna be looking pretty nice. Low 60s is your high, 60 for today.
I love News 4 because it's a great professional experience. It gives me stuff for my reel, and it's such a great community. I just love coming here every single week. Looking forward to working with everybody and seeing everybody.
We hope to see you again next semester, but until then, make sure to tune into our Facebook page for videos posted throughout the week.
No matter what you do in news or in SGTV in general, like, you can find something for you and find something that, you know, you like and also is going to help you further your career.
I didn't really get started until halfway through my first semester. And now looking back, I pretty much owe my entire college experience so far to SGTV.
I love being at SGTV because it's filled with passionate people who love what they do here, with whether it's news, entertainment, whatever section, and you'll find the most amazing people here.
The Trump administration and lawyers for CNN are waiting for Judge Timothy J. Kelly to decide on one of CNN's journalists being suspended.
I love News 4 because I get to work with news directors like you, Spence, and also it's just it's a place where everyone loves broadcasting and news as much as you do, so what more could you ask for?
Welcome back to Friday Morning Live. I'm joined by Megan Rigobar, who is the president of the International Justice Mission on campus. Megan, thank you for coming. Tell us why you participate in this organization.
So I've been the president of IJM for 3 years now, and I first got into the issue of human trafficking when I found out that it was a major issue in my hometown of St. Louis, Missouri. And when I found out what human trafficking was, which is quite literally the enslavement of human beings, I was really upset that there are still 40 million people suffering from this crime. And so I made a commitment to myself and my community that I would work to help end this issue. And so I'm involved in IJM now because that is me carrying out that mission and commitment that I made.
Okay, what has IJM and its members been able to accomplish in regards to helping the community, get better?
So IJM's mission is threefold. The first part of our mission is raising awareness, and we try and have educational campaigns, human trafficking 101 trainings all across campus. And we've really noticed results from this. When I was a freshman, I would be out on Green Street talking to students about human trafficking, and whenever I asked them if they knew what it was, their typical answer was no. But the last semester, and I'm a senior, I stood out on Green Street. Every student I asked knew what human trafficking was. And that's not just from IJM's efforts, that's also from a lot of state and national campaigns that have tried to educate the public on trafficking. So this is a really important part of our mission. We also work to raise funds for local anti-trafficking organizations, specifically Lighthouse for Life, which is a nonprofit organization trying to open the first safe house in Columbia for sex trafficking victims. Most safe houses close within a year because of the financial burden of staying open, and so we try and help community organizations like Lighthouse to stay afloat and have the money they need to provide these really important services.
And the last thing is we try and volunteer and participate in community initiatives on this issue. We bring students to the South Carolina Human Trafficking Task Force meetings every quarter. We work with organizations like Lighthouse, and we want to make sure that we are supporting our community members as best we can to fight this issue.
You were telling me before earlier that IJM is changing its name and rebranding. Why are y'all doing this, and why should students join?
That's a great question. So IJM, we're actually a campus chapter of a massive international NGO. And IJM as an NGO is a faith-based organization. And as a result of that, historically all of our executive board members and the president has had to be of the Christian faith. But I wanted to make sure that any student on this campus, regardless of their religious affiliation, would be able to join and lead IJM. So for this goal, we've decided to break away and form our own anti-human trafficking organization so we can be as religiously inclusive as possible. We are also interested in expanding our mission to include other related human rights abuses besides human trafficking. For example, the issue of gender inequality is very related to human trafficking, and that's something that we would love to start discussing and bringing some activism to more in our future. And so by being our own organization, we'll be able to expand our discussion and activities to include other human rights issues that are really relevant.
Wow. Well, thank you so much for being on this morning, and good luck to you in this organization. We really do appreciate you. Thank you all for tuning in to Friday Morning Live. Make sure to follow us on Twitter at HGTV News 4. Don't forget to catch Monday Night Mashup at 8 p.m. on Monday for more breaking news, sports, and weather. And make sure to tune in to Friday Morning Live every week at 9 a.m. on our Facebook page. Have a good week in Carolina. Forever to thee.